Today what we wanted to do is basically get a sense or a feel for what general numbers we have in the Monterey area, who's interested, who's not. We're glad that we had a good turnout this evening, and what we did was we formed a General Assembly to basically go over the manifesto put out by the Occupy Wall Street movement, as well to vote on whether we approve of their demands, in which case we did unanimously. Secondly, we decided to do a public forum to then vote on how we're going to go about carrying out the global demands and the national demands of the Occupy Wall Street movement, in which case we delegated tasks to various individuals in the group. We passed out sign-out sheets. We want to get a feel, occupations, what level of commitment they want to do to, in essence, form a community in Monterey that can be a permanent residence. We decided to rally at Colton Hall for its historical purposes and significance. This is where the Constitution of California was drafted and signed. It's also a former capital of the state. After we gathered together and voted upon what we wanted to do, we unanimously voted to go on a walk, not march. What this movement really is for is just for a global democracy. We want, in the most simplistic sense, equality of rights. We want our constitutional rights to be upheld and protected. We want our state rights. We want social liberty, in essence. We want to be able to rebuild. We want to be able to have a working, functioning government where people are protected and not exploited. Well, education should be free, first and foremost, and I think that's the main point, at least for the Monterey Peninsula movement. Most of these people out here are CSUMB and NPC students, and they're just sick and tired of having the tuition raised, teachers losing their jobs, fewer classes to take. It's a problem. We have a lot of people that were a part of the Vietnam protest era. We have a lot of just basically disgruntled local community members who are tired of the same thing we are. It's a lot of change without any explanation or very little explanation. And we want to stabilize this economy, we want to stabilize our government, and it all really starts right here. I mean, this is why they're out here. They realize, that we must band together, the police officers realize that, everyone realizes that. It's just, there's been enough talk and it's now time to actually make a move. And that's what the Occupy Wall Street movement's about. That's what the Occupy Monterey Peninsula movement's about. I'll feel satisfied when every man and woman on a national level, on a local level, on a global level, children as well, are promised and guaranteed the right to free education, that the job market continues at an exponential growth. We figured out a way to do that, and that we are to provide jobs for any individual looking for one, and that for the moment, I guess you could say my biggest want is to stop the decrease in CSU faculty. No more cuts from the schools. This is where it starts, education. So my hope, my want is to preserve the fine institution of education that we have, and that it remains something that is sacred, but most importantly, something that is free. You can't put a price on knowledge, and it's the most valuable commodity we have.